morning. Welcome to the Crafting Club. Fold It Friday. This is our first Fold It Friday event, and every Friday we'll be doing this. We're going to fold today 4 different models. One is the coasters, which they are basically 2 pieces that you just put together, and there's 2 versions of how to do it. So we're going to do the coaster, and that's out of 6-inch paper. So at least 2 pieces of paper for that. And then we're going to fold a very simple envelope here. This is out of an 8.5 by 11 piece. So if you have 8.5 by 11 sheets, which is standard size, please grab some of those. If you have a minute, go ahead, grab those. So we'll be doing another envelope out of this. It's the same size, 8.5 by 11. So, and the only other weird size is this envelope. And this one is a really cool one because we can put this is out of my book, Origami Card Craft, and we can put the coasters in here and make a really cool gift. Okay. This is 8 inches by 12 inches. So if you don't have that, go ahead and fold it out of a 7 by 11 or even 8.5 by 11. Well, actually 8.5 by 11 won't work. So it has to be an even, like 8 by 12 is sort of mathematically a better number than 7 by 11. So if you can cut a piece 8 by 12, or you can try folding it out of 8.5 by 11, or better yet, 7.5 by 11 might be better. So if you want to cut, if you have a minute, you can grab some of that paper, and I'll fold it first by myself so you can watch, and then we'll fold it together on another. I'll just get another piece of paper and we'll fold it together. So, and if you could keep your microphones muted unless you have a question or you're just stuck or something, then please, by all means, unmute, raise your hand or whatever. Because once I get folding, and here I'll put the chat window on as well. I can see it there. There should be a chat window showing up here. There it is. Okay, so you can type any question and I'll try to read it. And we're going to do 2 of the projects from this book. And then this one she's my hero, Tomoko Fusei. She has amazing stuff. She's the reason I got obsessed with origami. So we're going to do the coaster first out of this book. And we're going to use this is 6-inch paper, or 5 7/8, like Elaine mentioned. Most origami papers are 5 7/8 from Japan. And then if you get paper from the US, it will be more like 6 inches. Like the scrapbook papers, some of those scrapbook pads, those are great for folding origami, and especially these coasters because you need kind of thicker paper. Now this paper, I did some jelly printing, and if you remember the first jelly printing class we had a few weeks ago, this is just it's basically colored paper, and I have jelly printed with acrylic paints. This actually makes the paper a little bit more strong, but if you don't have that, just use plain origami paper is fine as well. So I'm just going to pick 2 pieces. I'm going to do the standard one. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just use these 2. I think those are pretty. So the first thing we do, and I'll go ahead and I'm going to fold one of the units first just to show you, and then we'll fold together the second one. All right, so what you need to do is you just fold the paper in half in one direction, unfold it, and fold it in half in the opposite direction. So basically I have 4 squares. And now I want to fold diagonally in both directions. So I'm going to fold, this is called a diaper fold, I guess, in origami speak. I'm going to go fold diagonally, and I'm folding it in the opposite direction. So now I have this going on. So I'm just going to fold 2 points. It doesn't matter which side you do it, but you want to fold the 2 points in the opposite, on the opposite directions. Go right to that center crease. And I'll fold this right to the center crease. So now I have this. And I'm just going to fold this up right in half on the existing crease. You don't have to make a new crease. And I'm going to fold this. You can see there's a crease. If you can see, there are already creases here, and this is where we're going to do the next folds. I'm just going to fold a valley fold right on this crease. And I want to do a mountain fold, which is basically, I'm folding it backwards. It's actually already there, but I'm folding it in a different, I don't want to go this way. I can actually turn it over and just, using the same crease, fold that in that direction. This is one of the units. This is how we're going to assemble. So if you could see on my little, wherever it is, I threw it somewhere. I'll just make another one. Okay, so let's fold it together. All right, I'm going to grab a piece of paper. In this case, I'm going to grab a single sheet. This one here. I think that one's pretty. So let's fold it together. Ready? Everybody ready? If you put your thumbs up, I'll be able to see it, that you're ready to go. Yay! Okay, good. All right, so now we're going to fold with the pattern side down if you have a pattern. And so go ahead and fold it in half in one direction. And when you open it up, fold it in half in the other direction. So you'll have 4 equal squares. Okay, now we'll fold diagonally in both directions. So point to point, just get those points to match. Increase. Open it up. So when you unfold it, just fold those 2 points right to that center crease. And then fold it in half. So now I have this piece here, and now I'll go ahead and fold the valley fold right, just have it meet that little edge. And then I'm going to mountain fold or fold it backwards, and it will meet. So fold one more. We're going to fold another one. So I'm just going to we're going to do one more. Okay. I'm going to grab another piece. So okay, this is a pretty one. So I'm going to put that aside. That's one of my units, and let's fold again. So then you'll be able to make your coaster. So let's fold it in half. Is everybody with me all right? Good. All right. Now open it up, fold it in half in the opposite direction. And diagonal fold, point to point in one direction. Open it up, and the other direction, do a diagonal fold, having that point meet. Now unfold it, and if you unfold it and keep it in the same direction, that just don't move the paper around. It's a little bit easier. Just fold the bottom point towards the very center crease, and take the top point and fold it to the center crease. So you have 2 points meeting each other. So now you close on the existing crease line, just close that into kind of a elongated rectangular thing. And along the right side, you'll want to valley fold along the right side, that right crease. Just valley fold it and have it meet that center crease. Now the left side, you'll want to valley fold, which is folding backwards. And you'll just valley fold along that crease. And then just crease everything really well. So now you have 2 pieces, right? And you're going to want to put these 2 pieces, you want to fit into each other. And what you can see, if you see that there is a pocket inside on the, if you look, you'll see these are pockets. And these points, of course, are the points. These are the points. So what I do is I'm just going to slide. I'm going to take the points and I'm just going to slide them in. It's almost like a natural thing. And you just you can bend your points to go into the pockets. So just do it on one side, and then before you close everything down, just get those 4 points into the 4 pockets on both sides, and just kind of do it. Well, don't put them all together until those pockets, those points are kind of seated. You see, it's kind of there like this. And then what you do is just gently slide it towards this till it stops, and now you have a beautiful coaster. So that is how you do it. Now, if you want to glue this, you can. If you want them to be secure, you can actually put a little tiny bit of glue. I would probably not, you'd want to do it after you assemble, because if you try to do it, the glue will stick and get all funny. So I would just lift this a little and put just a tiny bit of glue and press down on both sides, and it should hold really well. So that's the coaster. So you can make, I like to make several of these for a set, like I made in my little, here's my little gift so you can see. This is we're going to make it the envelope to fit these coasters, but you can see I made a little set, and now, you've got a nice gift to give someone, and it's all handmade by you. The first envelope I want to share with you, it's just an envelope that's in my book, and I love this one because it's so easy. You just take an 8.5 by 11 sheet. This one is decorated on one side. So this will be the side I will write my letter, right? So you can do a typed letter or handwritten or a drawing, anything you want to do. And I'm going to just do it because it's so easy. So let's do this together. Grab your paper. If you have a decorative side, great. So this would be your printed side or your written side. So what you need to do is you just need to fold an edge. I'm doing it wrong again. Right, we're going to turn it over and we're going to fold on the right side, just fold a little 1/2-inch border. About. It doesn't have to be exact. This is what I love about this envelope. It's not exact. So you just want a little border. Okay, and I'm going to turn it over, and I want my border to be on the right side. So there's my folded border. And I don't have to measure anything here, but the only thing I do, I can make a crease at any angle, but I don't want to go farther than halfway up the page. So I'm going to start my crease at around maybe right here, and I'm just going to make a crease, kind of right here. You don't have to measure anything. You just make the crease. And then the next crease you will make will be this edge. This edge here just has to meet the edge that you just made. And you just make that crease along that edge. So it doesn't matter, it's always going to come out just great no matter how you do it, whatever angle you do it at. So the next step is I'm going to turn it so that I have my, these will be the vertical sides, are the folded edges. And I have my open on the inside. So I'm just going to fold up, and doesn't matter where I decide to fold it. I want to go the fold to go past this little area here. I want it to be somewhere in here. And the only thing I need to line up are these edges. So I don't have to have a ruler or marks or anything. But I'm just going to line up. Let's say I'll start with this left edge. I just want to make sure it's lined up with the bottom. And I'm going to crease it, and then these edges will be lined up. Nice and neat, they just come out nice. Oh. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing on this bottom edge. I basically want it to go over this raw edge that's in the center. So just a little bit over. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just maybe 1/2 inch, like this. So you can see that. And all I have to do now to finish my envelope, it's already done. All I have to do is to tuck these edges into this pocket. So I'm just going to take this edge, because it's the longest, and I'm just going to kind of slide it in. And now I have an envelope. It doesn't need glue. I can write an address up on here. You can make, like in one of them, I think I have a little It's a little gift card. I just wrote a little, just a little sentiment, and there it is. Was that one easy to do? Did you like? Okay, good. So now, and you can actually put a card in here if you want. You can make bigger sizes, and if you wanted to fit a card in particular, let's say you wanted to fit like something like this inside, you could make your folds based on your edges. So this one's a very versatile one that I love doing. Oh, and it's raining outside. I hear rain. Ooh, beautiful. Really raining. So there's that one. This one's in my book, and it's so easy. It's so much fun. And if you want me to let me know if you raise your hand if you want me to do it again so that you can see it. If not, we can move on to the next. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So Leah, how are you doing on yours? Yay. Oh, you got the little pieces. You could actually do it with a 6-inch paper too, by the way. So just so you'll see, just to see for fun, I'm going to show you the 6-inch paper. It's a trip how you can do it. You don't have to fold the edge if you don't want, but let's say I want to do this envelope out of 6-inch. I just make a fold at an angle and then take the second fold and make it meet that angle that I just made. And then I just take the bottom and make sure I line up that left side to the, basically it's just kind of, all lining up. And this, you just want to make sure that this folds right over, just so you can have that tucking and thing. And what's really cool about this, you can make this like a tooth fairy envelope, or you can put needles or sewing thread or, anything that you want to protect. There you go. And then you can label it. And so you can make it out of 6-inch paper, any square or rectangle. So that's that one. Now the next one is called, and I love this one. And this one is a guy, his name is Mark Kirschenbaum, and he's an origami guy. And this one is a beautiful little envelope, and it looks harder than it is. So this one's a 8 by 12. So I might have a difference, 8.5 by 11. This is an 8 by 12. We'll see how that one works. So you want to fold it. Okay, follow me. Fold in half. This might be easier to see because it's different colors. And of course, you want your outside of your envelope facing down. And then I'm just going to fold my left side up to that crease in the center. If I want to make sure it's straight. I kind of made it, I wasn't straight there. So now, there we go. So that's that one. And then I want to take this, on the opposite side, I'm going to fold that to meet that edge. So keeping it folded, I'm not going to be unfolding anything on this one. I'm going to fold this, in this little rectangle, the white rectangle, I'm going to fold in half lengthwise. So how I'm doing that is I'm just going to fold it and have that meet the raw edge. Of course, now my cat wants to get in. Well, she can wait. So this side, same thing. We will just fold this triangle, this rectangle shape in half. I'm just going to fold that to meet the edge. So now we've got this. Now basically, if you think of this edge is going to meet that pocket. So somehow we're going to make this point go to this point. And the way I'm going to do it is just, I'm going to fold it, start folding it, and there's also this little raw edge. So I'm just going to take this and just fold it right to meet that center. Okay, and then same thing with this side. I'm going to fold, that's my pocket right there. So I want this point to go into that pocket. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to fold it and just have it meet, kind of lay right over that. And now I take the edge of that, and I'm going to just tuck it in. And I'm going to take this edge and tuck that in the pocket. And now the envelope is done. Now that one's fun with the little flowered edge. So tell me, I'd like to, turn on, let's see what you, oh, righty. Kathy, you have a question?
I would just let you know, I have been making this envelope for years and years and years. And sometimes I find a magazine page that's just really full of color.
Whoa.
I rip it out and make an envelope, and I'll either put something in and then just put a little seal on it, and I mail, the post office loves them. But other times I make a plain inside and I write my message right on the inside. So when they open it up, the message is the paper.
Wow. Isn't that wonderful?
It's kind of a surprise.
It is. Oh, that's great. Wonderful. So I wanted to share with you this paper that I have. It's Japanese paper.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh.
So I basically, you know, that's what I made these envelopes, these gift envelopes. And what's nice is if you make them a little bit bigger than your coasters, your coasters will fit nicely, and they sort of tend to, they can puff up nicely. So this is Yuzen paper, but any kind of paper will work. I made one out of, where is it? There it is. This is out of just scrapbook paper. So you can see that shape will work. And then what was fun is I cut out these little die cut leaves, which are just so gorgeous. And I'm gonna put them, like when I'm finished, you know, I'll put these on top. And isn't that just a beautiful gift?
Yeah.
Make a beautiful gift. So I have a little bonus for you, because I kind of had a problem remembering how to make this variation. I had like a senior moment, but I wanted to show you that you can also make, if you just cut the, excuse me, if you just cut the paper into quarters, so basically I can get 4 sheets out of a 6-inch square, I'm able to make something really fun. So I'm going to show you the variation on a smaller sheet, and it's a 3-inch sheet, or about that. I'm just going to fold it in the directions, the 2 directions this way. Now these aren't perfect squares because I did it with a paper cutter, so it might not be perfect, but I'll give it a try. I'm just going to fold it in these directions. Now that's like the first coaster you saw. The difference, and I wasn't paying attention, is to make the second, to make the one that has these double-edged points, I turn it over, and I'm just going to fold it in half. Or not fold it in half, I'm going to fold these points. And I'm going to open them up. And then I'm going to fold this little corner up to this first crease. And same with this one, up to the first crease right here. And then I'm just going to fold it back on itself using the existing crease that I had. And now I'm just going to fold this in half. So this is what's different than the other coaster. This is the variation that gives you that other dimension and some color. So I'm going to valley fold this up and mountain fold this back, just like the other coaster, the other design. I'm going to repeat it on a second piece. So again, I start with the color side down, or pattern side down. I'm folding in different directions, 2 different directions. And I'm going to fold it diagonally. And in the last one, you would just fold the points here. But instead, I turn it over and fold the points up to reveal the other color. And then I unfold them and just create this little corner fold on both sides. Fold it back on itself. And now I go back, I just fold this in half, like, now proceed just like with the other coaster. And go ahead and fold this back. Now, here's how cool this will look. These will make a fabulous pair of earrings, I think. I have a friend in mind that I'm going to give these to. So just sliding the points into the pockets. And this point didn't go in the pocket. So I'm going to make sure that point goes into that pocket. And this point goes into this pocket. If I just don't slide all the way, I can get the other side. So this point goes into the little pocket. Since it's a smaller piece, it's a little trickier, but, and then one more. Sliding those in, and I've got this really pretty cool looking. Now it's not sliding in fast enough, so there must be a glitch there, but I'll get it in there. There we are. So then what I'll do is I'll punch a little hole at the top and put some ear wires, and I'll have some really fun earrings. But that's the variation on the coaster that I wanted to show you. So there you go.